Okay, it's a nice warm autumn afternoon. So I've got this big pile of logs I need to stack, and I've got my pallets, and I've been trying to work out what to do with them. So it's a bit difficult really, but I've sort of erected some pallets. It might look a bit messy at the moment, but I've sort of built an extension to that one. It's not ideal because this reduces the through area. And I've got this one here, and I've sort of created this sort of upstand here so I can make a bit of a roof. But what I think I'll do is I'll stack the wood, see how high it gets, and then if I need to, I might make a taller roof and try and put something, lift these up at the end, and the same for the other side, because there's quite a lot of logs here, and you know, if I double stack them, 1, 2 with a gap in between, and then I've got some plastic sheeting which I can put on this. This is some old construction timber when they knocked down the old kitchen. These are the walls, and they're quite tall because it's like a 3-meter high ceiling. So yeah, I could either run like that and maybe join them in the middle, or have these a bit higher, like that sort of thing. But I haven't really decided what to do yet. But I've got a few bits of wood. I just need to work out what I need. And then once this is clear, so you've got the patio there, and then you'll drive through and away. So this will become the new path. So I'll have to clear. I'll basically have to clear this route here, get rid of all this, and that can become, I mean really this whole area. This whole area should be clear. In fact, probably even over there. I think this is all just grown up. So originally, used to go through here, I think. And there's the shed. So you've got all this stuff growing. It wouldn't be a bad place to put a building in the future, like this area here. Although you are under that tree, yeah, that clearing's probably better, isn't it? Anyway, got some stacking to do, and then I can stack all these logs, double stacked. Then I'll put the roof on. Got some plastic on the top. I've got some polythene. Pin it to these, hopefully with a bit of an overhang. Or maybe stick a piece of wood on here, bring it out a bit, and then put this on here so that it sticks out a bit to give you more of an overhang, or something like that. I don't know. Haven't quite decided yet what we're doing. It's nice to have a bit of an overhang for your roof. So I've used these brackets which I had lying around, just screwed these in, and then just use a bit of bracing. This isn't really, it's not the most structurally robust. Put it on a stone to stop the end from rotting. This one's been lashed. And I'm breaking up this pallet here taking these slats out, using these to brace this. That side's not braced, but it's quite tricky to do. So I'm not sure quite how to do that one, because it sticks out so far. But anyway, when this has got something attached to it here and it's screwed in or nailed in, it should be fine. So once I've stacked it up, I will show you how it looks. I'm just wondering whether, might be too late to do this, but whether these should be parallel. Is that going to really bother me? They're all different sizes and shapes. I would quite like this to be further over, but then that would mean moving all of this, and maybe I'll do that as well before I start putting this up, if it's possible to move. It's not the end of the world, it's quite easy to take this apart, just to give myself a bit more space. So I've got this one. So this is pretty dry, this stuff here. That's cedar. This is last season's wood, so this should be pretty good to burn. There's a bit of ponding on the top, so I don't know if that's dripping its way down. So yeah, that should be good to burn, or close to it. This stuff I think will take a bit longer to dry. And then some of this stuff was in a stack over there, and some of it was in a big round. So I don't think this is quite ready yet. But I'm going to try and beef up the roof, try and make it easier to dry it all out, because I do not want to be spending money on firewood with this lot. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. Right. The wood pile is nearly gone. Just got a wheelbarrow to take the last logs elsewhere. But I just want to show you these things that I've constructed. So I've used my old construction timber. Try to keep it dry, try and keep the whole thing dry because it's not treated. And yeah, I've just sort of knocked this up. It's probably not the most robust, but this is mounted, that's mounted, and then it's strapped at that end. This is probably less rigid, but it's screwed in there and there. That's screwed in. It's all kind of cobbled together. So there's a decent overhang to hopefully keep these logs dry whilst they're drying. And then I've done a similar thing here. It's not the thickest plastic, but you know, it's all right. Just need to clear the leaves off. Don't want them rotting. But yeah, it seems to be doing a better job than just leaving it out in the open. And yeah, hopefully it will next winter or next autumn it will all be ready to burn. And then I've got a little bit of plastic left over for this one. So again, try and keep the wood, and try and drain the water this way. So I kind of want to prop this bit of plastic up. So I almost need like a ramp, a bit like this, these old shelves. And yeah, just try and keep it dry. I may have to burn this stuff, so it's important that it's dry. Fingers crossed. Dirty lens. It's odd. Yeah, this stuff is pretty good. It's pretty dry. It's not a huge amount of it, I'll be honest, but it is dry. My new roofing seems to be working. This piece of plastic bag covering the hole. And then this stuff is also pretty dry. I think I need to put some weed killer down the bottom just to stop the grass from coming up. And yeah, make sure that it's as dry as it can be. This stuff's a bit damp actually down here. But anyway, it's good to have the wood stored away, under cover. I'll clear all this rubbish out of the way. I've got some old bits of wood to clear out. Got to clear this out. Clear this shrubbery. Clear those logs over there. Don't know where I'm going to put those. Somewhere in the woods, probably for the worms to eat. And I'll clear up this stuff. Probably stack it up by the house. And then sweep up all of these bits of bark. And then probably turn them into soil. Compost for the garden. Anyway, it's quite an interesting looking thing, isn't it? Hopefully it'll do the job. Cheers.